88.9 WLRY, and welcoming back to the show, we have Brandon Heath with us. And good morning, getting excited, already getting ready for Christmas. Brandon, I think the merchants out there, the stores started having Christmas stuff in their stores before Halloween, though.
I know, Mike, and if you know me at all, I have a very, very strict rule. No Christmas until the day after Thanksgiving.
Hey, man, that's like us. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, good for you. I actually put a Christmas record out last year, and it's called The Day After Thanksgiving.
That's right.
Because I'm a stickler to that, man. I love Christmas. It's actually my favorite time of the year, but I don't want to see it around Halloween time. You know what I mean?
I'm with you. You know, we actually start our Christmas music here at the radio station the day after Thanksgiving. So So I can't think of a better way to start it than I'm going to make that the very first Christmas song I play.
You should. I would be honored.
Now, that album came out in October, I believe, of 2013. So that means you didn't record it in early October. You recorded that months earlier. What's it like recording a Christmas album when it's like nice and sunny outside?
Oh, man, it's brutal. I'm not going to lie. I mean, for somebody like me who really has a rule about it, we kind of joke in Nashville, July is Christmas time for us.
Yeah, right.
That's when we're kind of doing our Christmas records. So it's really hot outside. But, you know, some people will decorate the studios and turn the air conditioning down real low. but I didn't do it. I was like, nuh-uh, we're not doing it. I'm in denial. We're just going to do this record. And then I won't listen to it until Christmas. So
there you go.
But somehow we were able to capture the Christmas spirit in July.
Hey, got great reviews when it came out. And, of course, we've been playing the day after Thanksgiving here. And it's a mix of, well, it's mostly traditional, but there's a few original songs on there as well, right?
Yeah. I wrote this song called Just a Girl, which has got to be one of my favorite songs I've ever written, with a friend of mine, Lee Miller. And I'm from Nashville and love our songwriters in Nashville, and so I always try to collaborate with some great country songwriters. And Lee actually won a CMA last night, which is kind of fun. So
awesome.
Yeah. So we wrote that song at a fairground somewhere in the great state of Ohio, actually.
Fantastic.
So we're really proud of that song, and I think it's probably one of the best I've ever written.
I definitely have to check that one out. As far as the traditional Christmas songs on there, any that are particularly favorites of yours?
Well, I've always been a fan of Silent Night. I mean, since I was a kid, my mom had this little angel that, like, if you wound it up, it would play that song, and so I had to do Silent Night, and you know, my favorite version of that is Nat King Cole.
Oh yeah.
And so we kind of copied Nat King Cole on the record. I honestly wanted this thing to sound timeless and to really, because my three favorite Christmas albums are Bing Crosby, Nat King Cole, and I'm not kidding, Steven Curtis Chapman.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. And we'll talk about the tour. Of course, you're hitting the road with him on the Joy Christmas tour. But just one more question about the Christmas album. You got such a pool of songs to draw from when you do a Christmas album. I mean, do you remember how many you had to start with, and how do you decide to, you know, which tracks are going to make the record?
Well, you know, we kind of picked some traditional songs because I think caroling is one of the lost arts. Yeah. You know, we don't carol enough anymore, and so I kind of wanted it to be full of carols. So that was kind of the base of the record, and then you know, I think people have kind of come to expect some of my storytelling songs, and there's a lot of fun songs on there.
Again, we're talking with Brandon Heath. He is part of the Christmas Tour Joy, which is coming to Fairfield Christian Church in Lancaster December 6th, along with Jillian Edwards and Steven Curtis Chapman. Have you ever toured with Steven Curtis Chapman before?
This is going to be my first tour. I've been friends with him for years, and I'm so excited to get to go on the road with him and his family. It's going to be great.
Fantastic. Now, as far as the show is concerned, Brandon, will you guys be doing strictly Christmas music? Will you be doing Christmas music along with some of the other hits, or how's that going to go?
Yeah, good question. We're actually doing some of our hits. So
cool.
Yeah, and I'm getting a little. We're kind of doing some collaborations as well. So I'll have some help from Steven and Jillian Edwards, and then vice versa. I'm going to sing on some of his songs as well. I mean, he's got a few hits.
Yeah, he's had one or two. Yeah,
one or two. I mean, he's still cutting his teeth, but no, that guy practically paved the road for guys like me. So it's going to be fun to sing some of those old songs, and then some of our Christmas favorites. So
yeah,
fun night.
And you have a new single out. Tell us about that.
I do. You did your homework, man. I'm really impressed. I worked on a new record over the summer called No Turning Back, and that's the first single of the record, and it's a song about when I made the decision to follow Jesus. And I wrote it with my friends, All Sons and Daughters, great worship band.
Yeah.
And we kind of based it on the old hymn, I've decided to follow Jesus. So we just kind of did a little reharm,
Yeah, nice.
Had fun with it.
Brandon Heath joining us, and finally, talking Christmas here a little bit, even if it is before Thanksgiving. We'll talk Christmas just a little bit more. Tell me what it was like Christmas growing up. What are some of your Christmas memories like?
I have some great Christmas memories. I come from kind of a blended family.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, my mom and dad divorced when I was young, but fortunately found they both remarried and have great families. And so that's something that's kind of cool. I know a lot of people listening have kind of been there, done that.
Absolutely.
And so I never mind talking about it, but I remember my step family, the first Christmas that I met them, that can always be a little difficult for a kid,
mm-hmm.
And my first Christmas walking in with my step family, one of my aunts made a stocking for me that matched all the other stockings, and we're talking like 20 other stockings hanging on this huge fireplace.
Yeah.
But she immediately wanted me to feel like I was a part of the family, and that has always been one of my favorite Christmas memories.
That's awesome. Yeah, included you in the festivities.
Yeah, so everybody's kind of got a little, I always say we put the fun in dysfunctional in my family. So I think the more you can make people feel welcome, even if it's somebody that's not a family member, to your Christmas, I think you could really bless them and do something that they would remember for the rest of their life.
Brandon Heath joining us, and he will be in Lancaster, part of the Joy Christmas Tour with Jillian Edwards and Steven Curtis Chapman, December 6th, Fairfield Christian Church. Brandon, always a pleasure. Thanks for talking with us today.
All right, we'll see you in December.